as with all the webinars, is being recorded, and it will be available for view on demand um, after tomorrow once we have it uploaded. So today we're going to be talking about business marketing with social media. Social media is a very powerful tool that you can use to market yourself, your business, uh, your services, and it's a great way to stay in touch with your sphere of influence and your circle. Most people use Facebook, so a lot of your friends and family may be on Facebook. Other businesses are on Facebook, and it's a great way to stay connected. Google Plus as well is an excellent social media platform. It's a lot more interactive than, say, Twitter. Um, Twitter's a little more difficult to navigate as far as uh, responding to and from people. So there's a few differences. Now, um, as real estate professionals, okay, we should always be caring and take care in everything that we do. And always keep in mind that giving is more valuable than receiving. Zig Ziglar, I believe, said that you'll get everything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want. And it's true. Everything you do comes back to you. So we want to, keep in mind as we go through our careers that caring, have care in everything you do and always give more than you receive. Uh, when it comes to your business, action achieves purpose. There's a purpose for the actions that you do, and there's a reason we do the actions we do every day. And successful people maintain those actions and they achieve their purpose. Learning empowers greatness. We always hear that little phrase, learning is earning, which is true. But the more you learn, the more you know, the greater you can be in both your personal life and your business life. And as independent business owners, yes, we work underneath a broker, but we're all in control of our businesses and where we want them to be. Being confident catapults success. If you've got the knowledge and you learn, it makes you more confident, which does increase your success. Your momentum will always determine your results. If you are slow with lead generating or using social media, the results will be slow. The greater the momentum for your lead generation and your business drive will give you greater results for what you do. And you always complete to win. We don't want to compete to win, but you want to complete what you're doing, complete your lead generation, complete your tasks and your actions in order to come out with a win. We in every transaction, we want a win-win for both sides. We want everybody to be happy, everyone to get and receive what they expect, and always trying to achieve a win-win in a transaction. It starts with how complete you handle your business and that transaction. So real estate professionals are entrepreneurs, right? I mean, that's what we are. And being an entrepreneur, you have no ceiling as to what you achieve, what you earn, and what you provide to the people around you. We control everything that we do. So who's in control of your success? You are. And you have no limits. Success just doesn't come out and find me. You have to go out and achieve it. You can't just sit back and expect business to come your way. Okay. Now, using social media as a business marketing tool is, I think, the easiest way to get yourself in front of some people. But keep in mind that it's a slow process and the results may be slow. And it's not going to be as fruitful as, say, door knocking or making phone calls to expireds or withdrawals. But you can use social media to advertise your business and get your name and your business in front of more people. And when it comes to your broker, I mean, how is Florida Luxury part of your success? They give you the encouragement and the knowledge. You know, we provide a lot of training, and we're always encouraging agents to do more, to strive for more. And of course, you have the support of the entire company. So how do you use social media to create success in your business? Think about it for a second. You know, those of you who are using social media currently, Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're using, how are you using it to help your business succeed and grow? So the purpose and objections of the course is to understand the purpose, concept, and structure of how social media works. The purpose and value for building a real estate agent's business with social media, how to determine if it's right or wrong for you, what, where, when, and how to make it the most successful for your business. And we're also going to talk about tips for creating and implementing a social media marketing action plan for you that works for you, because we all have different skill levels when it comes to technology, and we all have different levels of understanding as far as social media and marketing. Because a lot of times on your social media, when you're posting things and you're sharing things, you're putting it out there, and it makes an impression on people. So you want to use your social media to make the right impression on your audience. So, you know, what is social media? Social media are computer mediated technologies that allow the creating and sharing of information, ideas, career, interests, and other forms of expression via virtual communities and networks. That's the definition by Wikipedia. I'm just checking the chat. Okay, we're good. So virtual groups comprised of individual people who openly share personal thoughts, life moments, messages of interest or need for the specific purpose of getting public attention. Doesn't mean that you're just an attention hound, but as real estate professionals, when you have a closing and you post, you know, that you want to congratulate your buyer or your seller on the successful sale, and hey, this title company was awesome. You're using the medium to get public attention for your business and what you do. And the same time as when you post negative things or, you know, unpopular things, for lack of a better term, you're also getting public attention on that. So which of the 6 methods of generating leads is social media? Think about it for a second. Purchase real estate leads, networking and volunteering, assist another real estate professional, advertising campaigns, FSBO and expired prospecting, sphere of influence prospecting. Networking and volunteering, advertising campaigns, and sphere of influence prospecting. Those are the 3 key points of lead generation that social media will cover. Advertising campaigns, you know, every time you post that you have a new listing or you have a new buyer or you share information about the real estate market or industry in a whole, that's an advertising campaign. Networking and volunteering, you know, if you're a member of the Rotary or the Chamber, or you go to BNI meetings, or you go to mixers and things at the Board of Realtors, that's all networking. You know, any volunteer work that you do or charitable things that you do are also included in your social media marketing. If you are an advocate of a specific charity, you're going to attract people who are like-minded and support the same charity. I've gotten business from people because they've seen my Facebook posts with my dogs in them, and they're dog lovers and they're dog people. I actually assisted a couple who owns an actual, a pet store, in the purchase of their home in Newport Richey, because they were done with renting and I was a customer of theirs, and we all love dogs, and that's how I got the business. Advertising campaigns, they're just like an email drip campaign. I've always said that, especially about Facebook. You're just touching the people that you know. And of course, that goes hand in hand with sphere of influence prospecting. These days, it's way easier to just talk to people on Facebook than it is to pick up the phone. Your entire sphere, I would hope, is on your Facebook. You can do, private messaging with them. You can post things about your business on there. They're going to see what you're doing. It also serves to kind of recapture your past customers for future referral business. There's a good number of my customers who are on my Facebook page, not necessarily my business page, but the one with just Mike, and we interact on Facebook a lot. And I've noticed that over the years, they just keep sending me more business because they're constantly seeing work that I do. Whether it's put a post that I'm teaching a webinar, or I'm teaching a class on contracts, or I sold a house, they know I'm still in real estate. So you can definitely use social media to stay top of mind with your sphere. So how does it work? Right? Individuals connect, or they friend with each other individuals through virtual agreement in the social media service that you desire to interact with. So if I'm scrolling through Facebook and I do a search for real estate, and I find some real estate agent in Arizona who likes dogs, we have the same interests in things, I may friend them and they may friend me back. And you can actually build a referral network through social media with like-minded people. But there's a double-edged sword to that, because some people will not refer you business based on the types of posts that you put out there. So even when you share to just your friends, or on Google Plus, just a specific circle, you need to be very aware of who's in that circle. When I post just to my friends, my past customers are seeing that. So you have to be a little cautious with what you're posting. So through connections, you see their content and actions, and they see your content and your actions, thoughts, life moments, messages, interactions with you and other people connected to them. It's a wonderful thing. I've noticed over the years, some of my friends who are real estate agents have connected with other friends of mine. I'll see them post, comment on one of my friends' posts because somehow along the way they liked each other. Because people will socialize with people who have the same thoughts and the same can't think of a word for it, but birds of a feather flock together, and social media is a great way to do that. So to build your business with social media, you want to create and share content, thoughts, life moments, and messages using your camera and keyboard to intentionally be seen by all of your connections, with the intent to convince your connections to comment or share, get involved in your content. So it also reaches a larger audience of people and their connections and beyond. So if you're on any social media and you post something, and your friends like it, but then they share it, now everyone that they're connected with sees what you posted, even if you aren't directly connected to them. If that makes any kind of sense. So I'm going to use Paula as an example. So Paula and I are friends on Facebook, and I post something about, maybe I share a blog post about, the Florida homestead exemption, who qualifies, how do you qualify, how do you apply? Paula thinks that's a great post, and she shares it. Now, all the people in Paula's circle will see what I posted, and I may not know these people. Okay, so it can really expand your exposure. Now, of course, if your circle, you're a realtor and you've got people in your circle, you want them to come to you, not someone else. So chances are you're not going to be sharing um, another agent's marketing. You know, I personally share open houses. I think it's good for everybody. If someone's doing an open house, I'll just share it out. Maybe somebody I know is interested. They might want to call me to go see it or something like that. As far as business pages go, I don't understand the connection. I have a Facebook business page. It's just my legal license name, Michael J. Gallo, and I don't really ask other agents to join it because why? Like, why would you share stuff from a business page? As well as your connections, try to look for people outside of your area, outside of your circle. We all know we have our sphere of influence that we can control, right? That's your inner circle. Then you've got the circle that you influence, and then you've got the circle that's beyond your control. Well, you want to reach out to the people who are in your influence circle to grab some of those people that are beyond your control and bring them in so you have a broader base, if that makes sense. Um, just being friends with every agent in your brokerage office and your city is not really going to give you more business. Referrals tend to be far away or out of county or out of MLS, that kind of a thing. So, you know, being friends with everybody in the company, that's great. But it's not so much a business building um, tool when you work with your social media. You also want to comment or interact on other content for the purpose of top of mind relationship building and be noticed by those connected to them or their circle. Get your past customers to friend you on Facebook. And then when they post things about their dog or their kids or the house or, something, you can comment. And a lot of times they'll reference you as the agent. I've had a customer recently, that's one I can think of. She's renovating the house that she bought. And I was her agent when she bought it. And when I like it or say, oh, wow, that looks great, it's come a long way, um, she'll say, thank you, Mike, and then she'll put a little comment like, Mike was my realtor and helped me buy the house. So now everybody in her circle knows that I'm her realtor. You have to stay interactive with social media. Just posting stuff, this is the house I listed, this is the house I sold, house I listed, house I sold, that's not really interactive. It's boring. And people will just unfollow you. If they're polite, they'll unfollow you. If they're, like others, they may just say unfriend and move on. So the benefit to your business of social media, it helps you build your sphere and grow your base of committed individuals that use your services or promote your services to others. Social media keeps you top of mind, enhances your relationships, illustrates your skills, knowledge. It shows that you're successful and doing business, and then also reaches more individuals who are in their virtual groups. So by interacting with the people in your social media circle, everyone that they interact with can see the interaction. I'm going to use Paula again. Paula makes a post and I comment on it. Well, all of Paula's friends can see the comment that I made on the post. So it's a great, great tool if you do it correctly. Another way to use social media to build your business is to promote it in groups. Okay, Facebook and other social media services provide ability to create groups for a specific purpose, such as local business, buy and sell groups, which individuals join to promote their business or obtain products and services of another business. Joining and promoting your services in a group is a free method and great advertising for your business. Here in Pasco County, if you're a Pasco person, I'm sure Hernando has it as well, and I'm sure Pinellas does it as well if we have any agents from those counties. But there's a for sale, Pasco County for sale with no rules, where you can just sell whatever or give away whatever, and it's a group, and there's a lot of people who follow it. And there's no rules, so you could just post real estate advertisements right in there. You know, picture of a house, and I sell houses, and call me to sell a house, all that great stuff. Um, it's a great way to get in touch with all those people in that group who may not be in your circle. Okay. Uh, when you could create a group, you know, don't gear it towards real estate professionals. Maybe create a group and gear it towards, um, you know, people learning information from you, getting information from you, or obtaining knowledge from you in a way like there's a series online on Facebook, actually. It's called Ask an Attorney or Lunch with an Attorney. Chip Waller over on Main Street once a week has a little video that he does, and he answers questions that people send him. He does it on Facebook as a video. Um, and it's great. You could do something like that. You know, why not? I just thought of it myself, and now I'm giving it to you. And whoever makes the group first wins, I guess. But you could do like an Ask a Realtor group, you know, and have people submit questions and then do a little video and answer the questions and show your knowledge, share your knowledge, you know, and gain more business. People want to work with people who are not only friendly and cordial, but knowledgeable. You know, your customers want to feel secure that you know what's going on and how to handle a transaction. And you can use social media to share all that information. You can also purchase ads. Okay. When you create a social media account and you have like a business page, if you have a business page now, you'll notice when you make the post, it'll say boost this post for $5 a day for so many days to get so many extra clicks, which is, you know, great. So you get a lot more exposure. It'll actually tell you how many more people will see that post for the money. So it's great. And you can also target demographics. So household income, age, location, occupation, if it's male or female, and it's targeted advertising. It's a great, affordable way to get your business in front of more people. Okay. If you're on Facebook, you should have a business page of some kind. And I would like you to get in the habit of going to your business page and posting before you post anywhere else. It's tricky because you get caught up. Facebook, you can just get lost in that feed of all this stuff. But don't forget, you've got a business page. And social media is a tool for you to advertise and market yourself. So don't ignore the business page. So what content should you post and why? And how is that going to help you build your real estate business? Okay. So we have some examples right here. I can't exactly read her name. I'm sorry if you're in the group. Marietta, thank you. It's a little blurry on my screen. So here's an open house ad that's done through the Florida Luxury back office. Okay, posted to Facebook for Marietta. She's with the Wesley Chapel office, I'm assuming. It shows the location name. You have your photo. That's excellent content. Cookie Miller up in Spring Hill. You know, she has her buyers or sellers hold her sign. She takes a picture at the closing. It's awesome. Okay. You can also share your listings through your Florida Luxury website. It's very simple to do. You go to your Florida Luxury website, not your back office, but your FloridaLuxury.com / I'm a rockstar realtor. You go there, and then you know how the houses will scroll by. You can either click on my active listings, or you can find another listing that's listed with Florida Luxury. Click on it, copy the link from the address bar, and then paste the link into your social media, like your Facebook. And this right here is what you're going to see. Okay. Now, this is Lori's. Her business page is your Florida listing. Very smart. And here's the information on the house. When you click on the image of the house or the content below, it's one big clickable link, it will open up that house on Lori's website for you to get more information, see more photos, and contact her directly. Okay? It keeps them with you when you do it that way. You just go to your own website, floridaluxury.com/whatever, pick a property. I would recommend it's a Florida luxury listing. Um, Copy the URL, paste it into your social media, and bippity boppity boo. There it is. So, new listings, pending listings, sold listings. Post about happy sellers and buyers at closing. Please avoid, yay, it's payday, or another one sold, or, finally got that check, or finally got it sold. That doesn't really give a good impression. Like, I get that sometimes transactions drag on. I closed one today, and I seriously walked out of that closing thinking, hooray that that's over. But you don't want to promote that publicly to people. We finally got it sold. Well, what the hell took you so long? What was wrong with it? What was, what? It doesn't foster a feeling of confidence in the public that you can get the things done. So just watch your wording on that. Any open house or broker open house events is great. I would like to see more video, which is hard for me because I don't follow everyone's business pages. Because why? I'm not going to share your stuff from your business page. But when you have a business page and you share something, like we're going to use Lori's for example, because I know this was on her business page. So on Lori's feed for Facebook, this post will come up in her feed, or she can share it directly from that page. So she can share it on her personal page to get people to see it. Okay, and your business page is always a public profile page, so post to your business page first, and then share it on your personal. What content and why for building my real estate business continues with Ask the Expert. I love this idea. So share your knowledge and expertise. Show you know your business with content that provides customers information that helps them understand more about buying and selling real estate. Examples, maybe the value of a pre-listing inspection, the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval, pitfalls of testing the overpricing and testing the market. Sometimes, we'll have sellers who are like, well, we want to price it here, and they can negotiate or they can make offers, and that doesn't always work. A blog is a great way to get that information across to people. But you could set up Facebook Live appointments, maybe once a week or twice a month or whatever you want to do, and ask the expert, ask the realtor. Have people message you questions that you answer. Okay. I would recommend maybe you do get the questions in advance so you can be scripted and you're not just trying to answer stuff on the fly while you're live on Facebook. That could get a little scary, even for me. So try it. I think it's a great idea. You can create an event that you're going to be live, message me your questions and I'll address them at the live event. There's so much you could be doing with social media instead of posting junk about politics. So what content and why for building my real estate business? Helpful, value add ideas. Okay. There's great places you can go to get information. Okay. HGTV. Realtor.com has an excellent blog section. They have an excellent news section. They have tips for sellers, tips for buyers. That's great stuff. When you share that, though, you're also going to get the SEO of Realtor.com. So it's going to help boost that stuff. There's just a plethora of places you could go to get this information. And by following the right people on your social media, you're going to see more information that you can share. Okay. Now, outside shareable content from key websites, HGTV, DIY Network, MSN, Real Estate, and more. Share articles for season-specific home decor ideas. You should always be hitting your seasons. tips for selling your home during the winter, tips for selling your home when you're an absentee owner in the summer because there are snowbirds, or tips for decorating your house for Halloween when it's on the market. If you Google those topics, they articles will come up. And if they're from HGTV or Realtor.com or something like that, you just once again click on the article, go to the address bar at the top of your browser, copy it, and paste it into your social media, and it will create the preview and everything for you. Okay. Not all of the content I share is created by me in a blog, but there's I don't know where it's on one of my drives. I don't know if I can find it, but there's a thing, I'm sure most people have seen it, the rules of social media, and the anagram is think. Is it true? Is it important? Is it necessary? Um, is it kind? Think before you post. What content may negatively affect your business? You need to avoid this at all costs on social media. Personal page, business page, whatevs. Especially if you've got past customers who are friends with you on social media. Okay, my past customers are on my regular old personal mic account because they want to be able to talk to me. They don't want the business page one. They want to be able to interact with me. So complaining or making negative comments about a customer, no, that's just tacky. Sharing too much information about yourself or a transaction or, anything. If you share too much, anything that's negative, it's not a good thing. Sharing of party pictures. Now that doesn't mean, you know, uh, realtor mixers and things like that. That's one thing. But like party photos, I always use the joke that there was a time where we were playing cards with a couple of friends. Alcohol was involved. It was a weekend. And I put the poker chips over my eyes, and someone took a picture while I had the poker chips over my eyes. Next thing I know, it was on Facebook. And they tagged me in it, which was super awesome. So, yeah, you might want to not share that stuff. Inserting yourself in controversial conversations. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and scroll on by. Engaging is not always the best way to handle your social media because it's public. Remember, even if you're posting just to friends, if your past customers are on there, it's still public. Your sphere is on there, it's still public. Uh, I just try to avoid them. I have the conversation in my head and I move on. Overly aggressively asking for referrals is not so great either. You know, periodically is one thing. And then referencing anything illegal, just avoid that. Okay. Whether it's medicinal or whatever, just avoid it. Because keep in mind this one thing, that for the few people who will agree with your post about an illegal activity, there'll be a lot more who disagree. And it can be, it can negatively impact you. Which social media service and why? The most popular ones: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, Pinterest, and Snapchat. Okay. I have a Snapchat, and it's me and two friends, and we do these goofy pictures, and I haven't quite figured out Snapchat for business. Okay. But it can be done. Facebook is great. LinkedIn is awesome. It's like the professional version of Facebook. Um, and at this point, I have to take a quick break. I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, I apologize for that. Someone was at my door, and I'm doing this from home. That's why I had to stop real quick. I'm just checking the chat to see if there's any questions. So far, no. So we'll get back into it. So Facebook, I mean, um, I'm assuming most people who are participating in the webinar have Facebook. LinkedIn, if you don't use it, it works pretty much like Facebook, but you have more professional personas on there. People are a little less, um, you know, personal, um, and a little more professional. Twitter is cool. My LinkedIn, there's a setting on LinkedIn where when I post to LinkedIn, it'll also post to Twitter for me. So I'm on Twitter. I post to Twitter. Periodically, I check it and follow the people who followed me, but I'm not interactive on Twitter. It's just one of those things, it's another site out there pushing my stuff. Instagram is great. I will get more likes and follows on Instagram for my photo posts than I do on Facebook. For me, it seems to be working out pretty well. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Realtor Gallo. Same thing with Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Realtor Gallo. Instagram is great because you can take the marketing material of your house, the listing or the sold property, and post it. Write congratulations on the sale of your home to Tom and Judy. It was a pleasure working for you. Hashtag Realtor, hashtag Real Estate, hashtag Florida Realtor, hashtag Love FLR, hashtag Love FL, like whatever. And you'll get a lot of followers and you'll get a lot of likes and things on it. Google Plus, which Google Plus needs a class of its own, believe it or not. If you're not using Google Plus, you really should. You control your circles and who sees what. You can have a lot more. There's more options than with Facebook as far as who sees the content. The groups on Google Plus are, there are a lot of real estate groups and communities, they call them, that you can join and interact with. The great thing about Google Plus is, just based on the name, it's owned by Google. The number one search engine in the world is Google. So Google Plus social media gives you search engine optimization more than Facebook. Okay. If you're on Facebook, you need to be on Google Plus for your business. And then if you blog and you post it to Google Plus, you're increasing your search engine optimization and you're increasing how people can find you on the internet. Okay. Google Plus likes hashtags. So you can share a post about, let's say from realtor.com, about first-time home buyers, write a little blurb about what you're sharing, and then hashtag first-time home buyer, hashtag real estate, hashtag Newport Richie, hashtag Trinity, hashtag Spring Hill, hashtag Clearwater, whatever you have, wherever you're from, hashtag Wesley Chapel. Didn't mean to forget about you. And Google will recognize that when people search those areas. Okay, YouTube, awesome. You can learn everything you need to know about life on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and put something in the search box. How do I cook a chicken? How do I, use Google Drive? How do I use spreadsheets in Google? It's just crazy. And you'll get tons of results and things to watch. And, when I bought my first Mac computer, I went to YouTube and they taught me how to use it. So it was very simple. Pinterest is also another photo style thing, but you can share the link to Pinterest. So if you have a link on Google Plus, you can share the link on Pinterest, and Pinterest will pull the images from the web link. And you can organize. You have, oh boy, what do they call them again? Someone sitting there knows the answer. They call them boards on Pinterest. You can have a real estate board, and then you can have a holiday board, and you can have an animal board, and you can post pictures to those boards for those categories, and things like that. Then there's Snapchat. Snapchat's pretty much you take a picture and you send it to someone. Now, I haven't wrapped my head around this for real estate. I'm sure I can follow someone on Snapchat who's a customer, and then if I see a house or something, I can snap a picture of it and send it to them. But I'm not quite sure the interaction, as opposed to, like, if it's a customer, I would just text you, take a picture and text it to them. So I haven't quite done that. Um, Again, I can just go to YouTube and search Snapchat for real estate, and I'll see all these videos of people and what they do and how they do it. So don't forget about YouTube. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. I should go back to that. Facebook and LinkedIn are the top two that are advised. Facebook mainly because everyone's on it. All your friends, all your family. I mean, I don't know. I have very few people that I know that don't have some sort of Facebook activity going on. And then LinkedIn is excellent for the business. Okay. I would also recommend Google Plus and get more used to Google Plus. The thing with Google Plus is you're going to have more search engine optimization and internet exposure, but less of your sphere on there. I have 2 friends who use Google Plus, and then I have, you know, 25 friends who are on Facebook. I mean, friends like actual like friends, not just somebody who has a real estate license in some other state, and now we're pals because we're in the same industry. But actual friends. So with Google Plus, you're going to get more of the internet things, and I'm going to show you those sites too in just a bit. So why Facebook? 1.8 billion active user accounts, 1.18 billion daily users. What? 4.5 billion likes, 4.7 billion daily content shares. 50% of users go to Facebook first thing in the morning. Right? Most people, they wake up, have their cup of coffee, pick up their phone, they go to Facebook. What's going on? It's crazy. We're all pretty much addicted to it, to some degree. Mine, I use it as my thumb workout because I pretty much have to scroll through, you know, 30 screens of stuff before I find one thing that I'm interested in. 1 in 5 online page views of people in the US is from Facebook. How crazy is that? So of all the page views per day in the US, 1 out of every 5 is Facebook. Average time spent on Facebook per visit is 20 minutes. So your people are on Facebook a lot more than you think. I think 20 minutes. I know it's weird. I can go on there at any time of the day and the same people are posting stuff. So I just think they do it constantly. So why would you use LinkedIn? And the value in LinkedIn is social networking site specifically for the business community. The goal of the site is to allow registered members to establish and document networks of people that they know and trust professionally. LinkedIn is your public business resume. Okay. When you go on LinkedIn and you start to follow people, you're going to follow title companies in other states and lenders and home inspectors, but people who sell cars, people who work at medical coding and billing, people who work in doctors' offices, doctors themselves, attorneys. You can build a network of possible referrals through LinkedIn of professional people. Okay. And again, an agent who lives, 5 minutes from my house, being my friend on LinkedIn or linking with me on LinkedIn, the value, what's the value in that? If I have your phone number, I don't need you on my social media, really. If we're in the same industry, I should say. Now, of course, we want to see what everybody's doing because we're friends, but in reality of it, I'd like everybody to get in the habit of finding people outside of their sphere and start connecting with them. There's a whole big World Wide Web out there that we could be using. So tips for best return on investment for your social media content. Facebook, do live streaming video using your smartphone. It's super simple, easy to do. If I can do it, Scott can do it, Charisse can do it, Dan McGraw can do it, anybody can do it. We're not geniuses. Well, Scott's kind of a genius, but, I'm not. Live video content gets the highest level of attention and promotes live interaction from your connections. Have you noticed when you turn on Facebook on the Facebook app on your mobile phone that the videos come up quick, even though they were done live hours before? Facebook pushes them to the top of your feed. So if you're doing video and then you share it, the people in your circles will see your video at the top of their feed, maybe before you post, which is just text or possibly a photo. Examples of good content would be knowledge-based value and speaking. I like to do little market things. Like I'll do a quick market search in, let's say, Port Richey. This is the last one I did. So Port Richey, 34668, pool homes under 150,000. And it'll tell me there's 15 pool homes under $150,000 in Port Richey, Florida. I'll go on Facebook Live and just, shout out who I am. And, did you know that right now you can still find an affordable home in Port Richey, Florida? Right now, as of today, there are 15 pool homes available that are under $150,000. If you're a relocation buyer, a first-time home buyer, or a buy up or buy down buyer, give me a call and we'll get you out looking at some of these great affordable pool homes. End video, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. New listing tour. My friend Hudson Warren, down in the Cape Coral, Sarasota area, does killer video of open houses and home tours. You don't have to be in the video when you do that, by the way. You can just turn it on, use your back camera, like you're taking a picture of somebody else, and just walk through the house and talk. Not everybody wants their mug on video. Here's a little trick: don't watch it. That's my pro tip on video. Shoot it, share it, don't watch it. Because if you watch your video, you're gonna just nitpick. Like, why did I blink there? Why did I move my hand there? Why did I roll my eyes like that? What am I looking at? What's in the background? Don't nitpick it. And it's funny because when someone does video and you upload a video or a photo, they're going to see things in the background that you're not noticing either. It's just fun stuff. But try not to look at it. Open house event announcements are great. Local market stats. Fourth quarter, we're still in January. I mean, you could do a fourth quarter market report from September to December in any subdivision, anywhere, or any zip code, and just roll out the stats. How many homes were sold? What was the range of size? Square footage? What was the price? How many had pools? How many didn't? That's great information. Client testimonials are good if you can get your client in front of camera to do a client testimonial, or a customer testimonial, I should say. They're not our clients, they're our customers. A customer testimonial at the closing, how great you were and all this stuff. Just make sure they're going to say how great you were. If they were crabby all the way through, you might be surprised what they say. And if it's live on Facebook, you might not be too thrilled with that. Just a little thought. So the second thing about Facebook is it uses photos and content, and be certain to tag persons, which increase the number of users that will see your content. So a lot of times you upload the photo, little boxes come up. It says, would you like to tag whomever? And you can tag, this is so-and-so and that's so-and-so. When you tag somebody, it puts that content in their feed. That can be seen by all their connections. Here's a pro tip. As a real estate professional, even on your personal Facebook page, there is a setting where you must approve anything that you're tagged in before it's shared to your feed or your profile page. So let's say, even if it's my birthday and you go to my profile and you say, happy birthday, Mike, I get an email that I have to approve that before it gets posted. If I'm tagged in a photo or tagged in a location, I'm notified of that before it gets posted, and I can decide to either share it or not. Okay? Because people just don't think, they forget, especially your sphere, they forget that you're a professional, you're running a business, you're building a business, and you're using social media to accomplish that. So they may tag you in something that maybe you don't want people to see. Good examples of that would be photos of your buyers in front of their new home. That's a great photo. If you have a sign that you can slip in there, that's kind of cool too. But just a picture of them in front of the house that you can share with them, tag them in it, take the photo and be like, oh, let me send this to you. And they're going to show it with their friends and say, oh, our real estate agent took that picture. You don't have to have, fireworks going off in the background and a skywriter with your website on it. And then, of course, thank them for the business. Best way to earn more business is to thank people for the past business. Considerations to determine if social media is right for your business marketing strategy. Okay, so social media is a good idea if you already use social media for personal or business purposes. So if you're already using Facebook, why not have a business page and get on the bus, Gus? You like using computers and technology. I felt that half the people in this webinar just rolled their eyes. I don't like them. I use them, and I understand how they work, but I don't really like them. And if you're self-disciplined with the ability to limit time spent in social media to be certain you attend to other necessities to grow your business, you should not spend more than 15 minutes per site per day. Okay. The trick to social media is you have to do it like every day. Otherwise, you're not involved, you're not engaged, and you're not sharing, you're not part of the conversation. However, I would caution you against getting caught up in being in social media all the time. Hit it at certain points of the day, but make sure you're still making your phone calls, marketing to your expireds and your withdrawns, doing your door knocking, making your other appointments. Don't waste too much time posting all the time on social media because it's a slower return on your activity. Okay? Remember, your momentum determines your results. So if you've got a lot of momentum with social media, that's great, but we know it's a sluggish return on our time. When you have to hit the people when it's ready because you're just marketing to your sphere. So, you still have to implement all the other lead generation tasks. If social media is right for your business marketing strategy, maybe it's a bad idea if you don't commit and invest in adding new content. Like I said, if you don't post daily new stuff and stay relevant and stay engaged with your people, acknowledge others that comment or like on your content. That's where the phone app is great. I can post stuff in the morning and then make phone calls and do what I have to do, and then pick up my phone and scroll on through and see who liked or commented and comment back or like back. It's just recognition. It's social. You want to stay social. Spend more than 30 minutes a day managing it. If you're going to have 2 sites, you're going to have to spend more than 30, 3 sites. You'll have to spend more than 30 minutes a day because you want to limit to 15 to 20 minutes per site. Okay. Now, with the most having mobile apps, like I can hop on Facebook, I can sit there for 5 minutes and do what I have to do and then move on with my day. And then maybe a few hours later, hop back on Facebook, spend another 10 or 15 minutes and pop around, do what I have to do. You can do it in smaller increments, not just sit there all day with your Facebook open. I don't know anybody who does that, but it seems kind of sad. Should I create a business page or just a personal page? Meh. A profile page is for the purpose to be used as a personal page, and a business page is for the purpose of a business page. So there's pros and cons of each. If you post too much business to your profile, your personal page, we call it a personal page or a profile page. If you get too businessy with it, you are violating the terms of service of Facebook. So they want you to have the business page. Okay. But there are pros and cons to a business page because they do limit how many shares, how many people see what you post. So make sure that you, on your profile page, like your business page so you can share that stuff on your profile page. And I'm sure you've seen that where it'll say Susie Smith shared Susie Smith Realtor's post, that kind of a thing. Using social media for the purpose to research your prospects can be extremely valuable for helping you connect and create rapport for earning the opportunity to be their real estate agent. I knew an agent, well, I still know the agent, but what she would do is she would look at her social media all of her customers and clients, whoever, followed her personal page. So she saw the kids' photos. She knew when they were graduating high school. She knew when they were going off to college. She saw all of their life events. Well, and you can do this very simply by clicking their profile and just scrolling through their recent posts. So what she would do is she would open up her Facebook, she would open up her database, and she would make notes in the client file in the database based on what their social media was doing. And I thought, this is genius. So she knew when they had their baby. She knew when their oldest child was going off to college. Maybe it was their only kid and they had a 4-bedroom house and your only kid's in college. What are you going to do with a 4-bedroom house? You can get a lot of information from the social media to connect with your sphere. I think I just covered the bottom, but hobbies, their favorite things to do, places they go, about the profession, about their family. I have customers, my past customers, Dave and Beth, they're Riot, like two of my favorite customers, like of all time. I helped them buy a condominium when they moved from Oregon, and then I helped them buy a house to go from the condominium, and then we sold the condominium, and then I sold their sister a condominium, and now I'm going to be listing that condominium and helping the sister buy a house. But these are my people. They like to go to Hooters, they drink Bloody Marys on the weekends. So when I see pictures of them, like with a Bloody Mary, I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I had to work today. I wish I could have had a Bloody Mary, but I have to go show houses. They always post things about their backyard and their flowers, and I always comment and like it. So we stay engaged. I know everything about them just based on their Facebook. It's pretty cool. So how do you promote your social media? Place logos and URLs on your print marketing. Okay. Add links to your social email signature. So on your email, like let's say you're using Gmail, at the bottom, under your name and your, Susie Jones Realtor, my phone number, and my website, then you should facebook.com/whatever your business page is. Plus.google.com/whatever your business page is. And for Twitter or Instagram, you can just put Twitter at whatever your username is. Same thing with Instagram. You can put Instagram at your username. These become clickable links in your email. So when you email someone, they'll be like, oh, they have a Facebook page, and they click on it, and there they are. Okay. And you can also add links to your website. You should definitely have your website in there. www.floridaluxury.com/whatever, or if you bought a domain from GoDaddy and it's forwarding to your Florida Luxury account, that's where it should be. A great action plan for social media. 20-minute daily social media marketing action plan. 1, add 2 new posts to your business page. Okay? And these are 5 things that you're going to do every day. Add 2 new posts to your business page. Comment and or like 5 friends' posts. Find people you have met in person and request to connect on social sites. Okay? So I'm at the board and we're at a mixer and I meet, let's say I didn't know her before and I run into Ruth Watkins with GSF Mortgage. And I'm like, you seem pretty cool because Ruth is pretty cool. And then I send her a Facebook friend request and she'll be like, oh, that's Gallo. And then I'm at the board. He's a cool guy. And then we connect. Okay. Invite your new friend connection like your business page. Now, if they're in another business, they will definitely like your business page. A realtor will probably not like your business page. They might like it, but they're not going to share anything or ever do anything with it. They might just like it so that you can get your unique URL after you have so many people like it. And then, of course, respond with a comment to all comments on your post. A lot of times, if you follow me, I don't know if you've noticed, I have a flow on my Facebook where I post in the morning, I post midday, and then in the evening, when all the dust settles, is when I respond to the comments and the likes because I have time to sit there and respond to people. Let's say you do a post and you've got 25 comments. Just pop on through and like each one just so they get a notification that says like, hey, Gallo liked your comment. It's kind of like, thanks for commenting. I appreciate it. And anytime someone shares something of yours, make sure you thank them for sharing. Okay. I don't care who they are. If it's your cousin, your aunt, whatever. So now we're to the questions. I gotta pull up this thing here. Okay. Google Plus used to have, this is in response to Mary Davis's question. It says, does Google Plus have both a business and a personal page or just one? With Google Plus, you have one account and then you've got your circles. So so my Google Plus is, Mike Gallo, and then I've got circles for realtors, circles for clients, circles for different people. You can control what content those circles see. So I can post real estate stuff to just my clients. The old setup for Google Plus did have a business page. So when you go to your Google Plus, let me just pull it up here. I don't know if they even let you do it anymore. You used to be able to go back to the old. No. So what people are doing now is you've got collections or communities, if you look on the left side of the screen. So you can create a collection and use that as like your business page. But let's say I want to post something, and this is the Florida Luxury account. So this isn't mine, even though my stuff's all over it because I'm one of the few followers. But let's say I want to post something fun and personal. I have a specific circle where those are the only people that will see it. It was a long-winded explanation, but did it make sense? Like you can create communities and collections, but not necessarily have like a business page. The old setup, the old layout used to let you do that. Did anybody have any other questions? Okay, so I just want to show you something really cool about Google Plus that I like. Okay, and we're going to use, well, let's use my post. So here's a post that I put in my Newport Richie real estate collection. Okay, this is what's cool about Google Plus. So there's me, how many people follow me, whatever. If you click on that, it goes to my profile. So here's my profile. This is what the public sees. Newport Richie Real Estate, my geeky side, interior exterior design, and then my public posts. Okay, these are posts that I put out in the public. If I post to a specific circle, it's not going to show up here. No one's ever going to see it except for the people in that circle. We go back here. But if you post to your collection and someone clicks on the highlighted collection name, it's going to bring them right to the collection. What's cool is you can click up here in the navigation bar that just turned pink on your screen. You can copy this and post it to Facebook or something else, and it'll bring them to your entire collection of real estate posts. So you can target it. It's not going to get lost in a feed of other people. Okay? Now, what's cool about the collections, if you look over here, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of faint. 126 followers. I'm trying to, there we go. I listened to Nancy's advice. So it says 126 followers here. That doesn't necessarily, they don't have to necessarily be in one of my circles. You can just follow different collections. If we go to collections and we go to featured, okay, you can follow the collections without actually following the people who created the collection. I know it seems weird, but it makes sense if you think about it. So if we go back, now let's go back to the sharing. So let's say I want to share this, okay? You can post this to your own profile, public or a collection. Right down here's a little share button. Click share. I can share it to Facebook. Click on Facebook. And then it'll usually save, this is the Florida Luxury account, so it's not going to go exactly to my Facebook, but your login would be there. And you just post it to Facebook, and you can actually dictate in the drop-down menu if it goes to your personal page, your business page, or a group page. You can post it to Google Plus somewhere else. You can post it to Twitter, or you can just click copy link. You can copy the link, and then let's say go to your Facebook account and then post it there, and it'll, when they click the link in Facebook, it'll bring them to your Google Plus post. So let's say it's Newport Richey Real Estate, and this is a collection. There's a bunch of posts in here about all kinds of real estate-y stuff. Okay. Some of it I created myself. Some of it is from other sources. This is a Florida luxury listing that I shared. Okay. I can just take this whole collection URL, share it on Facebook. When they click the link, it'll bring them to this whole thing. If they're on Google Plus, they can then follow it. If you want content that you haven't created yourself, and you go to realtor.com under news and advice, they've got advice on buying, selling, financing, moving, home improvements, real estate news, celebrity real estate news, unique homes, research information, latest news, housing trends. So if you want to use the SEO machine, click on celebrity real estate. Let's find. Okay, Ricky Martin is pretty, popular. So you can click on this. Here's the Ricky Martin article. Click at the top in the address bar. You're going to copy. Go to your Google Plus. I should have had this set up already back at home. Click here. Click on the link. Paste it. There's the article about Ricky Martin. And then up here you can put, hashtag Ricky Martin, whatever it is, reduces condo, I don't know, NYC condo. You get the point. I didn't read the article, so I don't know. And then you can post it. So now you're going to get the SEO off Ricky Martin, realtor.com, New York City condo, real estate, hashtag real estate agent, all that good stuff. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on Facebook? I think we pretty much, at this point, everyone kind of knows how to operate Facebook. When it comes to video on Facebook, you don't have to go live. You can shoot the video on your phone, save it, and then just upload it if you'd like to do it that way. Because then you have the opportunity to redo it, and it's not live. Now, remember, when you do the live video, it's live. I don't know how else to warn you. So are there any other questions on social media at all? Okay. Does everyone know how to, let me just show you real quick, make life easier. How to share Florida luxury listings. So I'm just going to pick, one. Oh, here's a nice one in Newport Richey. So we click on it. It opens it up. Here's the photo slide. I'm sure by now you've seen your website and how it works. Okay. The listing in the middle, after the description, it says right here under virtual tour, listing courtesy of Florida Luxury Realty. So our broker owns it, so we can share it. So how do you share it? You can click the address bar up here, copy it, go to Google Plus, here, paste. There's a preview of the home. It puts your name there, Florida Luxury Realty, a brief description about it. I would recommend that you include another description, which you can take right from here. Check out this 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-car garage pool home in Water's Edge, just under 4,000 square feet. Waterfront, which means Water's Edge, it's on a lake. Hashtag real estate, hashtag Water's Edge, hashtag Florida Luxury Realty, hashtag your name, all that stuff. Share the content, okay? When you share from your website, once the listings are in the MLS and they're populated out to all the websites, we are able to share them regardless of broker. However, if you do this on Facebook and it's not a Florida luxury listing, and that listing agent has a certain personality type, they may call you out on it or comment on it like, hey, that's my listing. What are you doing? So if it's outside the company, I would just recommend that you maybe contact that person. Um, you know, and again, why would you promote a listing that's outside the company? I mean, unless it's like, super high end, then rock on. But you might want to reach out to the agent and say, hey, you've got this great house. Would you mind if I promoted it to try to attract some buyers, to help you sell it? Easy conversation, and they will most likely agree because no listing agent is going to be like, no, I don't want to sell the house. Okay. But I try to keep them where they're in-house. It's just, the way to do it. Any other questions? FLR site to Google Plus one more time. Absolutely. I'm even going to go home, Mary, so that it's. So you go to your page. Here's one in Hudson. We're going to click on it. Is this Florida Luxury? Yep, it is. Listing courtesy of Florida Luxury right here in the middle. Okay. What's nice about doing this is it's your contact info when they see it, the mortgage calculator and stuff, but they can contact you directly from here. Super awesome. In the address bar up here, top left corner, it just turned pink. You're just going to copy and then click the link button and paste the link. And it just generates it right in there. Okay. Now, there's another way to do it, and I don't want to confuse anyone, but you may run into this. Sometimes a unique URL doesn't populate. Okay. So if you go back, you see how there's a link? If you right click, you can copy the link address. Then go to Google Plus, paste the link, and there it is. Good. I'm glad you got it. Again, you don't have to stick to only Florida luxury listings. It would be wise. It would just save a little, confusion at that time. So does anyone else have any questions? Because I really have nowhere else to go with this. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to call it a meeting and we're going to wrap this up. Like I said, it is recorded, so you'll be able to see this online at a later time. You'll be able to hear me and see the full screen. And we will be doing another Wednesday webinar, I believe, in the beginning of February. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be, but my goal is to do at least 2 a month, if possible. Thank you, Mary, for coming. I appreciate the compliment. And if you get stuck on your social media stuff at any time down the road, give me a call, shoot me an email. I just would ask that it's before 7 p.m. if you're going to call. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope everybody has an awesome evening and has something yummy for dinner. And I will see you all at the next webinar.